Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 places we can't wait to get back to after the pandemic.
Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at vacation spots that we look forward to visiting once the COVID-19 pandemic is finally over. Technically, you can visit some of these places now with safety guidelines. If you've been putting off travelling until we're all in the clear though, these are the destinations to commence an official travel comeback. Number 10. Cambodia, Thailand and Vietnam. We're kicking off this list with 3 destinations for the price of 1. Southeast Asia is among the continent's most amazing regions. To see as much as possible in a single trip, take an epic adventure from Thailand to Cambodia to Vietnam. Each country offers a unique experience, with Thailand's grandiose beaches, Cambodia's staring archaeological sites, and Vietnam's vast mountain ranges. And along the way, you'll eat plenty of succulent food. While you could fly between the countries, land travel provides a more atmospheric experience. You can take a train from Thailand to Cambodia, and then hop on a bus to Vietnam from there. Backpacking across Southeast Asia isn't as expensive as you might think either. About $35 a day could get you by if you spend wisely. Number 9. London, England. As much as we love the great outdoors, many of us have been spending a lot of time in nature throughout the pandemic. We miss full-on bustling city life, and London is a metropolis unlike any other. Whereas some metropolises appear grimy and bleak most of the time, London has always maintained its sleek, timeless aesthetic. Big Ben, Tower Bridge, and Buckingham Palace are all older icons, yet they still appear every bit as awe-inspiring as more modern structures like the London Eye or the Shard. For more first-time tourists, a red double-decker bus is the most common way to see the city. If you visited before though, the riverboats and tube network still provide a fresh experience, as if you're seeing London for the first time. Number 8. Varanasi, India. India reopened to foreign tourists in November 2021. Only a couple of days later, however, the New York Times reported that the country, like pretty much everywhere else, had been hit with another wave of COVID cases. So if you decide to play it safe and travel only after the pandemic, Varanasi is among India's most underrated cities. It's also one of the oldest consistently inhabited on Earth. While not quite as intense as Mumbai or Bengaluru, Varanasi finds a distinct middle ground between rural charm and busy urban life. What really sets Varanasi apart is the Ganges River. We'd suggest getting up early and taking a boat ride as the sun rises. Spend the rest of the day walking up the riverfront ghats, exploring the various temples and partaking in local festivities. Number 7. Maldives. Given the stress that the pandemic has put us all through, a tropical island vacation is sure to hit the spot. Maybe you recently got married and want to finally take that honeymoon. Maybe your kids learn to swim in the backyard pool and they're ready for larger waters. In any case, Maldives is the answer, especially if you and your travelling companions want relative privacy. In addition to being among Asia's least populated countries, there are over 1,000 islands, 187 of which are inhabited. So, if one island is crowded, hop to another or get away with a scuba diving adventure. Whether you kick back at a resort or take a desert island tour, Maldives is the island escape you've been longing for. Number 6. Hawaii. If Maldives is too long of a flight for your tastes, perhaps Hawaii will be more accommodating. For so many, Hawaii was a go-to vacation destination before the pandemic hit. What better way to celebrate than a return to the Alpha State? Hawaii is virtually everything one would expect from an island paradise. There are stunning ocean views around every other corner, calling visitors to the beaches, reefs, and waves. The mountains range from peaceful to intimidating, but are always majestic. The sunsets encompass enough colours to fill a box of crayons. It's the friendly spirit and tranquil atmosphere that keeps so many of us coming back, however. We can't wait for Hawaii to be back in full swing. We can go all out with the ultimate luau. Number 5. Marrakesh, Morocco. Once the pandemic is out of the way, whenever that may be, this North African country should definitely be on your travel radar. Morocco's 4th largest city is also arguably its most impressive. In addition to tickling your taste buds all over town, you can get a taste of Marrakesh's rich history at the Koutoubia Mosque, El Bardi Palace, and the Saadian tombs. Also be sure to spend a day taking a desert tour, and if you're not tired afterwards, dance the night away at one of the local nightclubs. Before leaving, be sure to pick up a souvenir or a rug. It'll forever serve as a memento for your trip and your return to travel. Number 4. CANCÚN, Mexico. Over the years, CANCÚN has etched out its place as a definitive destination for spring breakers. Even with COVID, the Mexican city attracted over 200,000 visitors in March 2020 and somewhere around 300,000 in March 2021. That said, it's a far cry from the more than 400,000 visitors in March 2019, reflecting the skepticism many still have. We look forward to traveling to Cancun without having to worry about the pandemic, or careless tourists who don't practice precautions. This coastal city is all about washing your troubles away, be it on the white sand shores or at the bottom of a coconut beverage. While Cancun has a reputation for being a party city, it's also a gateway to the Underwater Museum and various important Maya sites. I mean, who says that spring break can't be educational? Number 3. New York, New York. COVID hit New York especially hard, multiple times. The Big Apple is resilient, however, and is always picking itself up with renewed vim and vigour. Restaurants adapted with outdoor dining options during the pandemic, while Broadway eventually pulled the curtains back up. With COVID still being a major concern, New York has yet to fully roar back. Nevertheless, the city that never sleeps is very much awake, and with a few more cups of coffee, it should be ready for your return. While we could list off several landmarks, it's the little things that we miss the most. You know, like standing in a line that extends outside the pizzeria and eating your slice on the sidewalk. It doesn't sound like much, but we'll never take experiences like that for granted ever again. Number 2. Paris, France. From classic films like Funny Face to contemporary shows like Emily in Paris, we've all been binging a ton of content set in the City of Light lately. This has only heightened desires to book Parisian vacations the minute the pandemic ends. Because as well as those movies and programs show off the Eiffel Tower and Palais Garnier, nothing can compete with actually standing in the presence of these landmarks. The iconic Notre Dame de Paris, which is still under construction from the 2019 fire, perhaps best mirrors our current circumstances. The pandemic has been tragic, and even once it's over, will never be exactly the same. Looking to Notre Dame though, we can find the strength to pick up the pieces, rebuild, and emerge stronger. Number 1. Milan, Italy. For a lot of us, COVID's original impact on Italy opened our eyes to the immense devastation of COVID. Italy has been slowly recovering, even opening its borders to tourists for the majority of 2021. After the pandemic, you can show your support for Italy by booking a flight to its economic capital, Milan. Of course, this is a win-win situation since Milan is among the most elegant cities in Europe. The streets are lined with architectural wonders like the Duomo di Milano Cathedral and Castello Fossesco. And even if you don't buy anything during a visit to the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II, the experience is priceless. At the end of your stay, order a bottle of Italian wine and raise a toast to the many trips to come.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.